Don't ever forget, wherever you go, I'm always with you.
A few months ago, I made an impression video on the first KH4 trailer we received in years in this soggy, stinky drought we call being a Kingdom Hearts fan in 2026. Needless to say, it was less than impressive, with just more of the same shit we already saw with nothing new from the 2022 trailer. Oh look, it's Sora flying through buildings, Sora fighting a giant dark side, the Lost Masters talking about vague shit, a bunch of Easter eggs to those stupid mobile games no one played. 4 years of waiting and they didn't bother to give us anything new, just something of substance. And with the threat of Sony trying to kill gaming, things were not looking good for Kingdom Hearts. Thankfully, a small glimmer of hope was set to release at this year's D23, a place for Disney to announce garbage live-action remakes and unwanted sequels to movies that should have been a one-and-done deal. An entire panel was going to be dedicated to Kingdom Hearts with promises of a deep dive into the series' future, with many fans speculating what it could be. Personally, I was just hoping for a new trailer. So, would there be a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4? And if there was, would it be enough to excite people into looking forward to it? Guys, I'm gonna be straight with you. I cannot remember the last time I was genuinely excited to play a new video game. With just one trailer, they invigorated so much of my dormant passion for this series and built actual anticipation for this title. It's like someone at Square Enix actually saw my video and addressed every single problem I had. New gameplay mechanics, new story details, new worlds, new keyblades, a definitive release date. It was everything you could want from a video game trailer. I was honestly on the fence about making this video since I knew a bunch of nerds would get to it before I could, but I think it would still be fun to talk about and it could work as a follow-up to my initial trailer video. The combat for starters looks really satisfying. It's starting to feel like a proper evolution to the system created in KH3. It has a better sense of pacing with a more active flow and carrying over fan-favorite mechanics like team attacks. Admittedly, it's hard to really pick up on anything from this brief segment of Sora in the Land of the Dead, but his interactions with his teammates are on point, and it should be interesting to see how non-combatants like Ernesto and Miguel help him to fight Heartless. There also appears to be an interesting segment regarding Mickey as he explores a library, which seems to be more focused on puzzles than combat. There's quite a bit of ingenuity to these paper world puzzles, with Mickey needing to perform a variety of tasks to progress, and the tone is actually properly settled. It's not this huge, bombastic, over-the-top spectacle of gameplay. It's just Mickey gradually exploring the paper world. It's pretty relaxed and settled, which is appropriate for this environment. Interacting with the book to create new pathways, side-scrolling platforming, taking control of an origami avatar to knock over walls. It feels like the kind of thing Mickey would do when exploring an enchanted library. But the biggest highlight in the gameplay department was something I really wasn't expecting. An entire segment of Donald and Goofy exploring the underworld where you actually take control of them to fight Heartless. It just looks so much fun and engaging. Both of them have their own methods for attacking enemies that feel natural and fitting for their established combat styles. Donald is a camper using ranged magic, while Goofy is a close-quarters fighter. Their control scheme seems pretty solid and they have a unique command menu that complements their playstyles. Donald has magic and Goofy has skill. The combat style option could also be the way in which the player is able to switch control between the two, and the team attack has a very nice synergy to it. Visually, the game looks beautiful. The Land of the Dead in particular looks so vibrant and properly saturated to the point it actually feels like an interactive version of Coco. The scope of the movie is properly represented with white environments and colors that blend properly without feeling distracting. The Quadrantum also looks nice even if it's a generic looking city, and I just really love this book world Mickey finds himself trapped in. They seem to be doing a lot of creative things with this environment with really intriguing structure and layout. In spite of being a world made of paper, it has a really dynamic set of designs and palettes that actually feel like they belong in a world made of paper. The physics of the paper, the way Mickey interacts with it, the way it functions as a tool to solve puzzles, it actually feels pretty imaginative and new for the series. Combat also has a really nice visual flair to it with its team attacks. Sora performs a duel move with Hector that has a flair that fits the Mexican culture of the movie, while Donald and Goofy have a spin move with some bombastic fireworks. The only problem with the trailer again is the story details. They introduce some new stuff and try to elaborate on certain plot points, but nothing that really delves into the nature of these parallel worlds and their conflicting natures. One big gripe I noticed is how they're once again just rehashing plots from the original movies instead of coming up with an original storyline. They just feel like advertisements instead of actual levels, ones that allow for more freedom and creativity and better plot progression. How is the Coco world going to progress the story if it's just a rehash of the original movie's plot? It doesn't even look like it's being done in a subversive way. It's just the movie Coco, and also Sora from Kingdom Hearts is there. My guess is that since it's a realm of deceased people, it ties into the current plotline about Sora fading at the end of the last game and everyone looking for him, but then just make the world story about that instead of rehashing the movie. I mean, what are they gonna do for a boss fight? Sora one-shotting Ernesto de la Cruz? It is a plus that they're staying faithful to the more cartoony aspect that made the series iconic instead of just shifting to hyper-realism with Quadrantum, but it doesn't make the narrative more compelling. Not to mention, they're still harping on all these vague characters from Union Cross and Dark Road that only 10% of people actually cared about because they were shitty mobile titles, as well as the very unfortunate implementation of elements from Missing Link which got cancelled. That game was supposed to be more integral to the plot compared to Union Cross because it explored concepts like how Keyblade warriors traveled between worlds using some sort of arcane astral plane. There were a lot of important details and information that was supposed to be in that game, and so far none of the trailers are doing anything to translate the gap between its cancellation and this game's release. The plot of this franchise has been in shambles ever since Nomura insisted on using inferior midquels for Nintendo handhelds as a cop-out for telling the story, and now that problem has gotten worse with mobile titles whose servers just shut down on a whim, leaving entire archives of lore and plot information lost to the ether. Whether or not future games explain this stuff remains to be seen, but having all this story-crucial content exclusive to something that relied on a server that's now inactive is completely backwards game development. But in spite of that, this was still a really fun trailer and much better than the last one. Unlike the other two that were trying to look super epic, this one is more rooted in a traditional Kingdom Hearts experience, embracing the childlike wonder that made it an iconic cornerstone. It has a good chunk of new information regarding gameplay, combat, exploration, new worlds, and new features that can help KH4 stand out. Maybe even be the next best entry in the series since KH2, which would definitely help after KH3 didn't exactly stick the landing. Obviously there will be future trailers showing off more in the coming months leading to its release and we'll have more to go on there, but I'm just glad that we're finally out of this drought, and we don't have to wait 3,000 years like we did for KH3. Oh, also beating Sony's fuckery to get a physical release in late 2027 really helps. It's great to see so much love and respect finally being given to this franchise again, especially for an occasion as big as its 25th anniversary. New content, new information from staff, even an animated series to pirate off of Disney Plus so we don't have to worry about Disney violating our human rights. With all this and more, Kingdom Hearts is once again taking the reins as a beloved cornerstone of gaming, and with KH4 on the horizon, there's definitely a lot more excitement to look forward to.